the tree. Hear the story of the soil. Go beneath to find the flesh and know the tale of ink long faded. Out there, elsewhere, there is a holy place with doors slammed shut, a place for pilgrims to lose themselves to myths, mysteries, and miracles, a cathedral and a crypt. The salamanders do not concern themselves with the stone, the incense, and the stained glass, the life that lurks within below. No, they stay with the two lost lunatics who linger by the evergreen. Fig and Inkfingers, who shared a mother and lived by the pattern of the moon and worshipped all through dance. They were the pilgrim's spectacle, surreal and absurd, so simple in their love of the night, so strange in their prophetic arts. Fig, younger and foolish, played the lute. Inkfingers, older and weaker and meant to be wiser, marred and marked silent walls with their stories. Each wanted something more and would not tell the other. Fig sung their dreams to listeners in order to lighten their load, but Inkfinger's body could not shed the weight of their mind. And so in secret, they pressed themselves against surfaces, hoping to hear anything beyond echoes of their own thoughts. When their ear was to the door of the holy place, they swore there was something else pressed to the other side. I long to leave, said their holy opposite. I long to know the one who strums the lute. I could dance at night to the song of their dreams. I adore the sound of their voice. Then open the door, Inkfingers whispered. Then open the door. But the being within insisted. Someone must care for the crypt. Is what's within divine? Does it heal? Can it cure? Could it save a waiting thing? That and more. It's always done. Then we shall switch our places for a night. And so they did. And so they did. Within went out, and Inkfingers entered. The crypt keeper found Fig, and spent the night entranced by melody and moonlight. By the time the dawn returned, hands had found hands, and all singing had ceased. Fig was delighted, and could not have known that on the other side, the other child of their mother was blinding themselves with the light of someone else's God. That night, Inkfingers could not see the moon, even rabbit-stained and whole. They were too transfixed, practically paralyzed by the most beautiful eyes they'd ever seen. Their own turned useless, and in a breath, without a thought, forgetting entirely all fantasies of a savior, Inkfingers gouged the old things out. No night creature could ever bear such bright glory. They found them in dark daylight and held them as they trembled and buried them beneath the evergreen when all the tense twitching ended at last. Loss is a disease of the soul. Decay is contagious. How could Fig go on without the one who caught them fireflies? From the door, the love-struck crypt keeper watched the stillness take their songs, and, looking down at salamanders skittering in the light of another moon, they chose then and there to keep the memory of a melody, vessel of a voice, preserved in peat moss, where all can be eternal, save for absolute absence. That is how the pilgrims found their bog body. That is the origin of their music.